You're listening to FrankTalks, Pleasures and Lifestyles, and I'm Donald, because I have to be. We're going straight back to the show floor at FanExpo in Toronto, which you can learn more about at hobbystar.com/FanExpo.
Okay, so what's your name?
Jenny.
And who are you here as?
I'm Nell from Bleach.
Nell from Bleach. How did you choose this costume?
Well, I guess I like the anime, and I wanted to go someone that I like, a character that I wanted to be. So.
What do you and that character have in common, like personality-wise?
This character, she actually has a child form, an adult form, and a centaur form. So, basically, I felt like I don't know. I felt like I related to her because she changes from her forms, like in the anime, and I'm really childish on the inside, but I guess I'm growing up. So, yeah.
All right, so you're like all three of her forms put together.
Yes, I'd say so.
So not everyone really understands the whole cosplay thing. So how do you explain it to them so that they get it?
Well, basically, you get to go as someone you'd like, and you get to be someone else for a day.
So what is your favorite part of FanExpo, or like why did you come down?
I love meeting like new people, people who have the same passion for cosplay. I also go to different conventions, like Anime North is a pretty big one. So yeah.
Are you getting a lot of attention with your costume this year?
Kind of. It's only been like an hour, so yeah. But people love to take pictures, and it's really fun.
Yeah, I can see you already have like 2 people taking pictures here just as we're being interviewed. Do you get like a lot of attention from guys when you're in costume?
I guess so, but it's pretty much equal. Like any fan, I guess.
Do you get a certain type of person approaching you when you're in costume?
Not specifically, but a lot of just a lot of con goers.
Is it a big time investment? Like it looks like you put a lot of effort into your costume and stuff.
Yeah, I'd say so, but it's like going for like a treasure hunt. It's not really exactly like the treasure is what you're looking for. It's like the way.
So it's like the process.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of fun making it and then seeing how it turns out. Like sometimes it turns out bad, sometimes it turns out good, but like working on it with friends, and my mom helped me as well, so it was like pretty fun.
Did you have to travel far to be at the convention this year?
Not really. I live in Mississauga, so it's not that far, but I know a lot of people come here from like different provinces and stuff.
And how long did it take you to put the costume together?
Not that long. I think a month.
A month. Okay, cool. Well, thanks so much for talking to us. Have fun at the convention.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm standing here with
Annie.
Annie, and your character is?
Astaroche.
Where is that from?
It's from Trinity Blood.
Well, how long did it take you to put together?
I've been working on it off and on for 2 years.
Wow. So have you been to conventions have you been going to a lot of conventions? And
pretty much, yeah, FanExpo and Anime North, just about every year.
What do you love about it so much? Conventions, I mean.
It's fun to see new stuff, and I mostly like hanging out with my friends I don't get to see all year round. Kind of have a separate group of convention friends that I just get to see now and then.
That you met at conventions?
Yeah.
So when you meet someone at a convention, you're in costume, how do you know that they're interested in you and not just the character?
That's a good question. If they're just interested in the character, they're usually really hyper and scary.
Okay. Cool. Well, not everyone really understands like the whole cosplay thing. Like, how do you explain it to someone who doesn't get it so that they do get it?
It's like Halloween for nerds.
Interesting. And no candy.
No candy, no. But you get to dress up.
Right. With your involvement in the conventions and stuff, do you think it's positively impacted your life?
It's kind of opened the door to bettering my skills at making stuff. I'd say that for sure.
It's been a big time investment too, right?
Yeah.
But you still love it.
I do, yeah. It's fun. A lot of my friends are into it too, so.
What are you looking forward to the most from this convention?
Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell? Why?
Yeah. Oh, he's dreamy.
Excellent. All right. Thanks so much for talking to us.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I'm standing here with...
Jillian.
And who are you dressed as?
I'm dressed as Suzaku from Code Geass.
Cool. How did you choose that character?
It was mainly a friend who really wanted me to do the character. So she told me to do the character and then told me to watch the series. So then I watched the series and then did the character.
What do you have in common personality-wise with this character?
I'm not really sure personality-wise. I don't know. It's... A friend corrupted me. Like,
Not.
she sees maybe more in him, me and him together than maybe I do.
Okay. What do you say to someone who doesn't really get the cosplay thing so that they do get it?
That It's really people just expressing themselves. It's people showing their individuality and creativity through costumes. Like, the majority of people will make their own costumes, so it takes a great deal of skill and technique. And that you can't appreciate it as a hobby, you can at least appreciate it as an art form.
Interesting. And how long did it take you to put together this particular costume?
I actually didn't make this costume. This is the only costume I've ever purchased. I usually make my own, so yeah.
You usually make your own, so have you been to a lot of conventions?
Yeah, I've been to quite a few.
And how has that positively impacted your life, like going to conventions like FanExpo?
I've met a lot of new people and a lot of new friends, and I've gotten some opportunities to do just interesting things that I wouldn't otherwise gotten to do.
So when someone meets you in costume, how do you know that they like you and not just the character who you're playing that day?
I don't know. It's just, if they like my personality, it depends how long they really talk to you. If they talk to you about the character and keep talking to you about the character, then they're likely not as interested of you as a person. If they ask you what like your real name is and like, I don't know, if you go to school, what do you do for work, then they're possibly more interested in you as a human being.
Cool. All right. Thanks so much for talking to us.
Right, no problem.
So I'm standing here with...
My name is Marie-Eve.
And who are you here as? What's your costume?
I'm a stuffed Beifong from the anime Avatar in a Fire Nation outfit.
Oh, I thought I recognized you. Okay. So how did you choose that costume?
Well, I like the character. The costume was easier to make than our other one. And also it's very comfortable. So I went for that to choose that costume.
Oh, so how long did it take you to make?
It took me about a month at maybe 2 or 3 hours per day.
Wow, that's quite a bit of time. What do you and that character have in common? Personality-wise?
Personality-wise, absolutely nothing.
So then you're completely playing a role here.
Yes.
That's cool. What are you looking forward to most at this convention?
Well, actually, it's meeting other fans, seeing other great costume, and of course, meeting with the many celebrities that are going to be here.
Okay. So when you meet someone and you're in costume, how do you know that they are interested in you and not just the character you're playing?
Well, that's something you get after they ask the first questions. If they only ask for the picture and when they're gone, they weren't interested in the character. If they stick around and chat a little bit, they're more interested. They are also interested in the person that is wearing the costume.
That's very smart. So what do you say to someone who doesn't understand the costume and dressing up so that they get it while you do it?
Well, someone who doesn't know anything about the convention and what they're here, I explain to them that that's the thing, that there's a convention, that a lot of people are in costume, and that's why I'm dressed up the way I am. To those who just like the conventions but aren't too much into costuming, well, usually they don't ask that question, why are you in costume, because they know why people are in costume. They're just not interested in that.
And so what do you personally love about getting dressed up and going to conventions?
Well, it's a nice change from everyday life. So it's nice to play up a different character, another personality.
Cool.
Change.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us today.
It's a pleasure.
You're listening to Frank Talks, Pleasures and Lifestyles, and we'll be right back.
Frank Talks is sponsored in part by the program From Friends to Lovers. Stop being her emotional cookie man. How does a man turn his female friend into his lover, even when she has rejected him in the past? Why would a woman rather date and have sex with a stranger than a male friend she had known for years? What emotional needs do male friends, emotional cookie men, address, and which ones do they violate such that they don't get to date their female friends? What does it take to make a woman date and fall in love with one of her male friends? Why don't women see their male friends as sexually capable beings? What is the difference between a real female friend and a woman that uses men? Find out here in this Frank program, From Friends to Lovers. Stop being her emotional cookie man. On sale now at franktalks.com.